And we are live.
All right. So we're getting pretty good at this StreamYard thing. Here, let me get the share my screen. Um, we could use some music at the beginning so that, I don't know, while we're waiting, some elevator music or something. So note
Yeah.
that. All right, I gotta find our presentation. There we go. All right, welcome to our bi-weekly developer sync at Autonomous Network. As always, we have exciting topics to cover. Um, this week is a little different. I'm always here live from Denver, but now we've actually got the majority of the call here live from Denver. So we are here at East Denver, kind of getting started today. Well, we got started a little bit yesterday. Got some good food downtown and hung out at the Hacker House. So if you're at East Denver, for sure, try to find some of the team. I think we'll be at the kind of secret network Hacker House a lot. We'll be roaming the city at the venue, at the East Denver venue. So I'm sure you'll be able to find us. There'll be quite a few of us here wearing our new Autonomous merch with arguments on the back, easy to find. So. All right. With that, why don't we go ahead and hand off to Jim here, the community updates.
Thanks, Jeremy. Okay, I have just popped into the comments here, and I will add it to the video description afterwards. There's a blog article with all of the events that we're hosting, attending, and we're going to get into it. But yeah, if you want to come and meet us, especially if you're a developer and you want to come and meet Emil, myself, or any of the engineers at the Hacker House, there's a Luma invite in that link. So please do check it out. Okay, right, from the community. Okay, so hot topics first, guys. So farming is basically it's running itself. Well, it's not running itself. Our farmers are running it, but there's not any big problems there. It's all about the domains and game of domains, of course, at the moment. So in the operator chat, there's been a few concerns and a bit of consternation around the index are out of sync warning that was in the banner on Astral. What that means is that the indexer that takes the on-chain information and pops it into a database so that we can drive that nice performant UI was a bit behind. It looks like there was some sort of infrastructure issue. What I can say though is it's resolved now. About an hour ago, the banner has now come off. So hopefully that's the only problem. In the staking chat, I see that Randy's been providing everyone with great support, of course. And something that keeps coming up and actually has caught team members out is why can't I see the staking tab as I see it in the documentation? Is because you need to switch from mainnet to Taurus. My last comment in the chat there is how to do that, so check that out. Yeah, and a reminder, of course, that this stage 0 that we're in now for Game of Domains is for initial shakedown and stake down, I guess. Yeah, we are still, if you check out the Astral repository, you'll see that Mark is still absolutely monstering all the commits into Astral, and the changes are still coming. And speaking of which, of course, the documentation updates to support those changes are being made alongside Astral. But as you can see from Randy's comments, Mark is being so prolific that we're kind of playing catch up constantly. So yeah, it's all about the domain hub as far as hot topics at the moment, which is quite understandable. Okay, East Denver, as Jeremy mentioned, a number of team are in Denver at the moment, myself included. One of the really interesting and important things that we're going to be doing here is we are going to be delivering some of the Hack Secret 5. Again, just dropped a link in the chat. there's a we are participating. Sorry, we're a sponsor of Hack Secret 5. We have our own tracks, and we are running a hacker house during East Denver. Here in Colorado. So, just a quick recap for those who haven't seen this before. Hopefully, we've got plenty of developers in the audience. We have two tracks. We have track one, which is all about unstoppable AI agents with the Autonomous Agents framework, where you can create agents that can interact with social networks while maintaining permanent verifiable memory on chain through the Autonomous network. So, those of you familiar, of course, with our friend Argument and Agreement, yeah, it's a chance for you to earn some prizes there for creating your own agent using the same framework that drives those guys. And then we have track two, which is all about build with auto drive, of course the permanent decentralized storage. And yeah, we're looking for innovative applications that leverage the use of the DSN, our decentralized storage network. Build solutions that ensure data is always accessible, immutable, and secure without relying on traditional pinning services. I'm reading that directly from the Hack Secret page. So yeah, if this interests you, if you have any questions, please do give us a shout. Myself and Emil are here specifically to answer any questions. You can find us in the developer chat on Discord, or you can email us. However you want to find us, please do give us a shout. While we're here in Denver, there's a number of workshops. So on February the 25th, which is tomorrow, at 2100 UTC, we have Autonomous 101, where we're doing a high-level introduction to the AI 3.0 infrastructure stack. February the 27th, which is going to be Thursday, I want to say. Yeah, I'm right, Thursday. At the same time, at 2100 UTC, we have Autonomous 102, all about the Auto SDK and using our permanent distributed storage. And then the day after on Friday, again at 2100 UTC, we have Autonomous 103, building unstoppable agents. So if you're interested in building an agent using our Autonomous Agents framework, please do join us for that workshop. And if you are playing catch up, you can view all of the workshops, all of the Aurora Buildathon workshops that we've run so far, using that playlist there. All the workshops that we're going to deliver this week are going to be added into that playlist. Prizes. Okay, so of course there's 5,000 USD up for grabs for autonomous specific tracks. Hack Secret 5 has a total of 15k, but autonomous tracks specifically have 3,000 USD up for the autonomous agents track and 2,000 USD for novel uses of the Auto SDK, aligned with those tracks. And you can find the details on the Hack Secret page there. As I mentioned, we are going to be present at a hacker house. You can find invites to attend the hacker house, including the address, in that first link that I dropped. It's going to be the blog post, which will be in the video description below. But if you're struggling, like I say, just please reach out. Okay, moving on from Denver for a moment. Two other big bits of information from the community side at the moment is we delivered quite a big roadmap update, which is available on the forum. There's also an announcement in Discord. It'll be the last announcement at the time of recording. And there's also a Chinese translation as a reply to that roadmap update. But if you want to know exactly where we are and the progress that we've been making towards mainnet phase 2, I know it's a perennial hot topic in the community. Yeah, big update available on the forum. Okay, game of domains, the hot topic of the moment. Yeah, we launched Stage 0 last Wednesday. There's a breakdown of the stages and what's going to be happening on the forum. And something I just wanted to mention is that there is a min stake second chance application form. I've been reviewing a bunch of the applications, and I'm afraid that what I'm seeing is there are many frivolous submissions in there. Generally, if you haven't filled out all of the answers, they will be ignored. That initiative is there specifically for those who meet two conditions. So, number one, you are an active validator in other ecosystems. So, you run nodes in other projects and you can prove it. And then the second one is you have a good reason why you're unable to farm your min stake. Farming on Taurus is not particularly strenuous, but we also appreciate that there could be a bit of a learning curve there. So yeah, if you fit those categories, please do submit. But if it's not an opportunity to just grab another 100 TAI3, and I personally am checking every application. So yeah, and on Game of Domains, I just want to point out that everyone should be staying tuned to announcement channels for updates on moving into stage 1 and clarification on rules and how to be an effective operator and nominator. I know that the questions are rolling in. We will release that information when it's ready. Oh, quite a long update from me today, Jeremy, but I'm there now. Thank you very much.
A little harder to breathe in Denver, I think. It sounded like you got a little out of breath there. So much to say in thinner air.
It is. It's affected me.
So, all right. Moving on. Ved, how are things coming along on protocol and private EVM?
Yeah, so we just finished the last of the changes on the private EVM. We are currently doing some testing before we actually move to Taurus. So deploying private EVM on Taurus should be pretty soon, given we don't find any further issues. But yeah.
Great, nice short update after following gems. So, Mark, I know you'll have many things to say. So,
so I keep working on Astral to improve the staking section, especially. So we simplify the operator list to have only like a nominate button, as well as if you are the owner of that operator, then you have like icons to deregisters and unlock the nominator funds. There's a section called My Nomination that once you have nominated one or multiple operators, then you will see each of these operator and the list of your deposits, the list of your withdrawal. That section has been improved a bit to show an estimation of how much you withdraw. There will be more improvements trying to tie your withdrawal with the unlock, because basically once you request a withdrawal, we don't know exactly how much you will get, because there is still like rewards that the operator will accumulate before your withdrawal is active. There's about 1 day or 14,400 blocks between requesting a withdrawal and be able to unlock the funds and get them in your account, basically free. So that's still in the work of trying to improve that user experience, as well as we want to display the yield in percentage by, for like 7-day yield and like a month yield approximation per operators. So we brainstorming with you last week, we figured out how we can do that. Now we just need to implement it. As well as we fixed some bugs. So last time we pushed to production, the account list there was an issue and the account list will show empty. So that has been fixed. Checking roles on for Discord was not working properly, so that should be fixed since yesterday morning. I'm working on the XDM supports in Astral. So there's a PR right now. People can actually look the demo, the Netlify demo, and test it on Taurus as well. There's going to be soon a new transfer section that allow you to transfer from consensus to auto EVM. Now I'm also working on adding supports for MetaMask and other EVM wallets to allow the route back, from EVM to consensus. So that's in the pipeline. If I have some time for coding this week, that's probably going to be what I'm going to work on. So yeah, that's about it for Astral.
Also highlight, Diana will probably be reaching out to community members who are operating and nominating, trying to get feedback on exactly what it is, that they like about the current, what they like to see changed, what information they need. We're really under the hood. It's extraordinarily complex, actually, all the moving pieces when you're running an operator between storage fees and transaction fees and challenge periods, and there's a lot of moving pieces, and how to best present your current state in a way that makes sense for users is of highest priority for us right now. So be on the lookout for Diana reaching out, probably in Discord and in other avenues. So, all right, Carlos.
Sure. Yeah, the latest 2 weeks, the main updates regarding the data access layer, outright fast gateway, and all the services has been in Autodrive front end. We introduced the dark mode in the front end. So people that now use dark mode are not getting this lighter screen that was was not good. Also, one of the biggest updates has been the automated monitoring system for the files gateway. This was proposed by Tior, and basically is a service that is constantly monitoring the bandwidth of the files gateway. So basically, will allow us to measure how every change that we push to the files gateway is affecting the bandwidth of the gateway. That is a really important metric for us. And yeah, that's been done, and we have that live. And the last important update has been the update on the structure of Autodrive package, that basically we wrapped all the methods into a single API object, that when you create this object, you are getting all the possible methods that we offer through our API. This update has been to improve the developer experience, and if you guys update the packets and try it out, it would be nice to have some feedback over it.
All right. Thank you, Carlos. Finally, Saeed, you want to update where we're at with the agent framework and kind of where we're heading?
Yeah, sure. So we added some a new structure, a bit of new structure of we are handling tools inside the agent framework. The reason was previously we just having a good results with Claude and Anthropic, not with other LLMs, but now with this new structure in a code base, we can support other models, specifically OpenAI as well. The testing for local LLMs that are which are supporting tools is still ongoing. Hopefully we can get it fixed until next thing as well. So we can just have a local LLM and integrate with that. So that was a first milestone. The second one is that right now all the configs are instantiatable, and there are some default values on the code base as well. So if you wanted to get the agent up and running, it should be really smooth and easy, because you don't have to deal with a lot of variables. It's just like they are there. If you wanted to change them, you can, because all the functions inside the workflow and underlying of the agents, you can instantiate with your config if you want. If not, just use the default values. They are good. And the third milestone was we had some improvement on the interactive CLI. So previously it was just a simple one. You can have an input, and you can see how it is working, for example, a scheduled task and etc. But right now you have more access to the scheduled tasks of the agent. You can delete them. You can add more if you want. There are other features that I have to add as well. Like if you want to search, there were some bugs with the CLI for now. So hopefully I can add these features as well. And for the upcoming changes, hopefully we can have this input box inside the CLI as a chatbot. So you can have an interaction and continuous like discussion with your agent about like asking what is going on under the hood without need to see all of the logs. So your agent will come back with the result, and hopefully it will make you satisfied. And yeah, so Jeremy, you want to jump on the improvements on the memory?
Yeah, so in the last or the version that we just released this morning, there is kind of an updated resurrection tool, as we kind of put it, which is grabbing all the memories from the DSN and putting them into a vector database that's available to the agent. So kind of it's not just writing anymore to the DSN, but also can read from it. And next steps are we're going to be kind of improving that system, making it kind of fully real time, so that as you're generating new experiences, that they're going to DSN, they're also going to the vector database, and that stays synchronized. This will also allow a layer for like the chat bot to have full context, and to kind of the idea with the chat bot right now, you can chat with from the CLI, but it's always taking it as a directive. So it interprets that as I need to go do something rather than I need to give you information. So once we add this chat functionality, it will be able to decide, do I need to go do something, or am I just giving information? Be able to have kind of more of a real-time conversation with the agent. What else do we have? So we will be making some upgrades to the smart contract. I imagine this week, sitting in the same room with Mark, we're gonna kind of brainstorm. He's already got a draft PR with a bunch of ideas. I have some more ideas, and so there will be kind of more robust smart contract handling things,
Can't wait for that.
not just the chain of experiences, which was a very simple contract that really just managed one value. We'll be adding, likely be adding some sort of registry. There's data labeling. We've actually, in the last release, added a monitoring option. So in addition to the agent's experiences being saved, driven by the agent, so they're autonomously deciding what it is that will be important to them in the future and saving those to the DSN. In addition to that, as a runner of an agent, if you want more permanent and transparent monitoring of the agent, there's a flag for that. So all of the information around the agent will be shared or put onto the DSN, or all of the decision making, basically all the messages that an agent collects through its running of a workflow. So, and that'll be integrated into smart contract as well. And then we have many more tools I think will be coming. I saw Saeed had a new one yesterday, and it's not just going to be limited to social networks. So, we've been focusing on social networks because that's where you get visibility. But the reality is we want these to be useful, and social networks are useful, but we want to be able to do more than that. So I saw Saeed, I haven't had a chance to review it yet, but has an open PR for archived papers, and being able to research across different uh, yeah, published papers, and that
Yeah,
will
Chen
be. Yeah,
always was asking me.
yeah. You want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, sure. So our head of research, Dr. Chen Feng. So he was always like giving me some examples. If I had the AI agent which went to archive and prepare beforehand the newest papers or review other papers for me that I'm interested in, that would be great help. It will save a lot of time for me. So yesterday I just had time. Let's add these tools because it will be a perfect match with our orchestrator design right now. So hopefully, right now it just goes and see the papers and search through archive for you. But hopefully in the future updates is going to be like planning, and you will give it some feedback. For example, I'm interested in this kind of categories, and it will constantly looking for new papers, checking their materials. If they are top rated, if it can find them in your interest, it will give back and come back with you with the results. So hopefully it will save time for a lot of researchers. and they will not miss out any new papers.
I'm already seeing the composition of the open PRs for tools right now working together, and that I know Mark also has a Slack tool PR open at the moment, so I can picture the research happening continuously and being posted to a Slack channel where we can review. What is
the Slack tool can be
world.
used like monitoring, basically, right?
Yeah.
So you can like if there's a tweet that the agent really want to like highlight, it can monitor it back to your Slack channels or bugs, errors, and things like that.
Yeah, and also research.
Yeah, I already started to work on the package manager specifically for tools and agents. So I try my best to have it at least the first version until next 2 weeks. So hopefully it will not be a lot of PRs for tools and adding a new agents. It's going to be like you will publish your tools and you will install it in your agent when you're running your agent locally or on a cloud or any other places that you want.
All right. Sounds like a great thing for you to get accomplished during your vacation, Said. Just kidding. So, all right. That was all that I had. What's the proper way as an influencer to try and get?
Don't forget to likes, reshare.
Yeah, thank you. Mark, why don't you go ahead with the.
Well, yeah, don't forget to like, reshare, and see you back in 2 weeks. Thank you very much for watching.
All right.
And keep building.